The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A lot of storylines in this matchup. The Packers have had the upper hand. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings. You think about the Dez Bryant game in the playoffs and the catch, no catch controversy. But, of course, the news here, the return of Mike McCarthy. He was the coach here from 2006 to 2018. Only Curly Lambeau himself has more wins as a Packer coach than McCarthy. And that includes Vince Lombardi. So he had quite an accomplished tenure, no doubt, including the Super Bowl win.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The Packers at 6-3 on the year. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And he's going to have the Packers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Rodgers now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down, Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Play action now, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Now Cobb to return.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 19-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love it.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Got it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott now. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running. And you're not running running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Room here to run.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, right? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left.
Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going nowhere
from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. On the return comes Cobb. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Neville Gallimore on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
To about the 26 here.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
But we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. They go to Elliott again. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me.